is Richard Nikoley, coming to you from typically the southern tip of Phuket in Thailand. The blog is freetheanimal.com, a 19-year endeavor with over 5,000 posts written, edited, and published by me. But and just to finish that, stillness right now, right? I'm pretty still. I'm like, what am I? About 3 kilometers into a 7-kilometer barefoot walk. It's pretty still. Even though I was up to 3 a.m. working on blog and YouTube and stuff and spreadsheet, financial spreadsheet, stuff like that. So I still got up at 6:30 and hit the trail. Here I am. Okay. 2 dangerous errors of the social media age. Are you making them? Well, okay, 2 dangerous errors. Social media age. I would say that the 2 errors off the top of my head is a delusion of grandeur, so to speak. The idea that because you can write something, be it in a post or a comment or give a reaction, or it's a delusion that you have any influence whatsoever. In fact, if you look at my presentation from AHS 11, I'll link it. You see that Paleo Man had far greater social influence than most of you do, right? And if you and you talk an influencer, really? Go look at the comments on the shit they post, right? Influencing whom? A bunch of fucking morons is who they're influencing, right? And it can't get any worse. Okay, that's number 1. What's the second? Not using it as the great tool, communication and networking tool that it is, and using it to escape, as an escape from life, head down and phone, when you should be socializing or taking a hike or creating something, producing something, trying to build a life that you have the audacity to direct, rather than an employee or a government or a church or an elitist institution or some other form of woke bullshit. Run your life yourself. Is trust having an existential crisis in the workplace just as it has in society? Well, of course it has. Trust is on its deathbed virtually everywhere, and I'll tell you why. Is because everybody's a fucking liar, and everybody's a fucking deceiver, and everybody's a fucking virtue signaler, which is a lie, right? Nobody wants to be themselves. Trust is when you're yourself and people take you for who you are, or don't take you for who you are. It's like, I don't want anything to do with this, or I like this, but it's trustworthy because you know it's trustworthy because you know that that person is a straight shooter. That's my situation, right? I have a lot of people who hate me, right? And whether they trust me or not, it doesn't really matter, because they don't wish to associate with me, and that's fine. Or they're the kind of hater that hangs on everything I do because they hate me so much, and I've talked about that. Or they like you, love you, whatever term you wish to use, and it is because they have seen over the years of my creative process in both the blog and video that I am pretty transparent. I reveal a lot of private shit that nobody would reveal, right? And that is that engenders trust, because someone says, wow, okay. I mean, it's so hilarious to me who people are like on the internet and they're anonymous or whatever, and there's no fucking reason to be. Nobody fucking cares, dude or dudess, right? What a joke. All right, what's next? Yeah, so you want trust, stop lying. Simple as that. Stop lying. People will trust as soon as they can tell, and it's easy to show and signal and demonstrate that you ain't lying, right? And if you're not lying, then people can trust you towards the good or towards the bad, but they can trust you. What foundations in your life have you decided cannot change, or you won't change them? Well, the first one is living life for its own sake and for my sake. That's the prime foundation. I don't owe anybody anything in terms of my life, and I don't. There's no mortgage on it, right? Not to a woman, not to children, not to anyone, right? Now, for those of you who have happy home lives, it's contextual, right? You're doing it selfishly because you like it, because you want to. You want that relationship with both your spouse and your be you male or female, and your children and the grandchildren, and on and on. You want that. You need it. Maybe you didn't think you did until you did, and now you know how much you need it, right? So, but understand the context of that. So that's the best foundation, is live your life for your own sake, on your own terms, owing nobody. You deal with everybody as a trader, value for value. Do not associate long with people who do not reciprocate, right? You're not a sacrificial lamb. There's your foundation.